In this video, we're going to be covering how to properly price your guys' dropshipping products for profit. What's going on, guys? Yash here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every single one of you guys is absolutely having a great week and a great day. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. I really do appreciate it. Before we do move forward, please do make sure you drop a huge like on this video. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. It would absolutely mean the world to me. Please do make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel with your post notification bell turned on. So lately, guys, I've been receiving a lot of questions, especially from a lot of beginners, a lot of novice people who are just beginning into their dropshipping journey on how to properly price their products. Okay, a lot of people have been DMing me on Instagram, messaging me on my Facebook group, which, by the way, you should definitely join Ecom Masterminds. I'll be leaving a link to that in the description below with all my other social media channels. But I figured I'd really make a video about this since so many people have been asking me. It is so important to properly price your dropshipping products so you guys can maximize your profit at the end of the day. So in this video, you'll be an absolute ninja in terms of how to properly price your dropshipping products. So you definitely want to stay tuned for the entire video. So guys, with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so you guys basically want to take three things into account, right? And that is cost, competitor price, and customer value. Cost. What is your cost price, right? Your cost price is basically your cost price for the product, which is from your supplier, whether you're using AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, Udroppy, Zendrop, or any other sourcing agent or fulfillment center, whatever it kind of really may be in your specific scenario. The second thing is competitor price, right? You should be definitely looking at Amazon because they are an absolute massive player into e-commerce. So search different keywords, search different key phrases in Amazon, see what other merchants and suppliers are pricing your product on Amazon. You usually don't want to sell your product too much over than people are actually selling it on Amazon. So just keep that in mind. Second of all, other Shopify stores, right? A simple hack or trick you can do, and I also use this for my product research and validation strategy, is you basically go into Google and you type in the product title. Now you can type in different keywords and different key terms because people will, literally name their items or products in a different way, right? So let's say your item was called Rubik's Cube, right? So you would say Rubik's Cube plus Shopify. So that would basically result in all the Shopify stores that are selling that exact product that you want to sell or that you're already selling, and you'll be able to kind of gauge as to how and what most people are selling that product. Last but not least, customer value, right? And we'll basically discuss this in just a little bit. You'll see what I mean. But you want to ask yourself, right? Is your product a direct problem-solving product, a conveniency product, or is it a luxury and passion product, right? There's different kind of stigmas each product may have and how it may be perceived to the actual potential customer. So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind. Moving on, the simple formula, right? So what is the simple formula? Well, the total cost price per unit, right? What is it costing you for one unit of your product? How you determine that? That is your product cost plus your shipping costs. I know right now as we speak, we're dealing with the coronavirus, so e-packet is through the roof, which is probably not even an option for most of you guys. But when things do return back into place in 4 to 6 months from now, that's kind of what I'm talking about, right? So again, a lot of you guys forget about shipping costs, but your total cost price per unit is your product cost plus your shipping costs, right? That is what it is costing you to purchase one unit of that item. So for example, let's say a product costs you $7.50 plus the shipping cost, which is $2.50, that equals $10. So $10 would be your per product cost for one single unit, right? So my simple markup rule I go by is you want to at least be able to mark up a product by 2 to 2.5x more than the total product cost, okay? So if the product is costing you $10 in this case, you want to be able to sell it at least $20 to $25 at the minimum, okay? That's just kind of how the dropshipping model works in order for you to be profitable or just somewhat kind of gain that traction, because remember, you're going to have cost of goods, right? You're going to have ad spend, and you're going to have transactional fees as well. So you want to be able to sell an individual product, doesn't matter what it is, at least 2 to 2.5x more than the total product cost or the per product cost per unit. So in that case, you want the markup to be at least 100 to 150% minimum. If a product is costing you $10 and you're selling it at $11, your markup percentage is only $10, right? But if we're selling it at $20 to $25, then that's 100 to 150 percentage minimum. So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind as well. And to calculate your markup in a very, very simple formula, you basically take the profit that you're making on the product, right, per unit, divided by the cost price times 100%. So that's just a very, very, very simple formula to keep in mind to calculate your actual markup. Know your product, guys. This is very, very important, and this is kind of going back to my point as to what I mean as, is it a problem-solving product? Is it a luxury or passion product, right? So we're going to be jumping into that a little bit. You'll see exactly what I mean. So on the left here, focus on the left with me. We have a 100 language I love you necklace, right? This necklace usually trends during Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. It's been doing well for about 2 or 3 years now. Anyway, the cost price that I've personally seen is about $1 to $1.50. But I've seen a lot of people in the marketplace sell this product for 15 to 30 bucks, right? They're not marking it up 2 to 2.5x. They're marking it up 15 to 20 to 30x. Why? Because of the perceived value in the product, right? Jewelry and necklaces and stuff like that, apparel, they have a really high markup price in general. Hence, the slide, know your actual product, okay? So again, you have to use your market intuition and your market logic as well. At the end of the day, you're basically like a virtual salesman, right? You are a marketer at the end of the day. So using your market logic and your market intuition is very, very important when it comes to individual products. Like, yes, would someone pay 15 to 20 to 30 bucks for a necklace like this? Absolutely, right? So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind, just using that common sense and that market logic. To the right, we have our 9-in-1 push-up board. Now, this cost price is about 21 to 25 bucks, right? And this is absolutely something really cool. It's a conveniency and problem-solving product. I guess it's kind of a passion product for someone who's into fitness, someone who's into wellness and health and self-improvement. But, you can see that it's basically a 9-in-1 push-up board. It has silicone non-slip hand grips, a snap fit design. It's very convenient. It's very, very, very neat. So again, cost price is 21 to 25. I've seen most people sell this about 45 to 60 bucks. However, in this case, going back to the last slide, we are only marking it up about 2 to 2.5x. Why? Again, market logic, market intuition. We cannot mark this product up 15 to 20 to 30x like we're doing with the 100 language I love you necklace, right? That would be like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's just not what this product is perceived as in terms of what the cost price is, right? So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind as a marketer. And going back to my slides before, going into Amazon, going into Google, and kind of just comparing and contrasting, you'll be able to kind of really gauge kind of what and how to sell this product at what price, okay? So that's kind of what you want to keep in mind. And this is the sole difference between both of these products. The psychology behind pricing. So, sales and marketing, guys, you have to really know that it's composed of human behavior and psychology, right? Like I said before, you are a virtual salesman, right? You're a marketer at the end of the day. So you have to really, really understand human behavior and psychology, how people think, how people really process information. Marketing plus psychology, right? Your selling price is perceived as a great deal. What does that mean? You want to be able to make sure the potential customer is able to perceive the selling price as a phenomenal great deal for what they are getting in return, right? Moving on to my next point, that is why most retailers and most e-commerce stores, they price their products at 0.97, 0.99, or 0.95, right? 29.99. They're not paying 30 bucks, even though in reality, it basically is 30 bucks. They're only paying in the 20s range, right? So it's, again, all how it is perceived, all how it is ingested by the potential customer. Now, I did put an asterisk by 97 because I personally always price my products with the 7, 24.97, 29.97, right? So I will basically always price my products like that. I've actually read some marketing articles and some marketing books, and 7 just converts better in sales. That's why you'll see a lot of gurus sell their courses at 497, 997, 1297. You guys resonate with me now? So again, same thing applies with dropshipping. That's why I always use that 97, right? And again, how much to discount your products? This is something that's very, very, very important. I see a lot of people discounting their products like 70, 80, 90%. You usually want to discount your products only 20, 30, or 40%. That is a good range because you don't want to devalue your brand, right? How often will you see like a deal in Sephora that's like 70 or 80% off throughout the year, right? You do not want to devalue your brand. You want to keep that barrier up some way at least, okay? So do not, go all in terms of getting that discount at a all-time high, okay? Unless it is like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or another vital e-commerce day or a very specific e-commerce day, then yes, go for that 50%, 60%, 70% off. But other than that, on a normal throughout the year quarter, you should basically only be discounting it between 20 to 40%. Now, going back, now that you've processed all of this, you may be thinking, why don't luxury designer brands use this 0.97, 0.99, 0.95? Well, that is stigma, right? Luxury designer brand like Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Valentino, all of these designer brands, they already have that stigma established there, right? If you're going to shop something at Gucci, you're more than likely not really balling on a budget, right? You basically aren't looking for a discount. That's why designer brands, they never, never, never have a discount. I bought something about a year ago from Gucci. I'm not gonna say what it was, but it basically ended in 80, right? It was just literally 80. It wasn't 99 or anything like that. Just a flat 80 price, right? That's kind of what it was. Because again, that product, the brand itself carries that stigma. People aren't going to these designer stores to look for a discount or to look for half off or to look for buy one get one free, right? It is already kind of preconceived beforehand, right? Because people know that what they're getting in return, the value, is the top of the top line. So, there's no bargaining, there's no 99, there's no 95, or there's no 97. So that's basically what it is. Last but not least, guys, I do want to give you guys a pricing hack, what to keep in mind. A lot of people make these mistakes when I'm reviewing or auditing their stores on one-on-one growth calls. But you have to make sure that people, as I mean the consumer, they associate prices in groups of $5 or $5, right? $10 to $15, $15 to $20, $20 to $25, $25 to $30, $30 to $35, so on and so forth, okay? What it basically means is that, let's say, again, bring our friend Rubik's Cube back. Let's say this was $23.95, okay? And if my friend were to ask me, how much did you buy that for, Yash? I would say, about 25 bucks, right? I wouldn't say like 24 bucks, 23.95, or even if I would really say it, I would associate the price in my head subconsciously as just being 25 bucks, right? So keep that in mind. I see a lot of people pricing their products at $23.95, $47.99. In that case, guys, you might as well make it $24.95, $1 more, or $49.99, $2 more. At the end of the day, if you're selling something at $47.99, that's a pretty mid-ticket item. It probably already has some sort of value conceived to it. So why not make it $49.99, because that $47.99, people are going to be already associating it with $50, if that makes sense, right? So again, just keep that in mind, guys. You always want to kind of price it at the closest tier, or the closest level onto the next group of 5. Okay, so $24.95, $24.99, $24.97, $39.99 instead of $38.99. Okay, so you really want to think logically, you really want to think literally when it comes to things like that. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys are a ninja now in terms of pricing your products for profit. Use everything I've mentioned in these slides to kind of really maximize your profit when it comes to products, really kind of gauging where and how to price your products as well. If you guys have any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, please do drop them in the comments below. I always make sure to reply to each and every single one of you guys. Again, I do appreciate the support I've lately been getting on this channel. And with that being said, guys, I will see you guys soon. Peace.